What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Dysit video. If you enjoy this content or anything I post, please and thank you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and share this video with a friend. I love each and every single one of you, and I will talk to you all later. Now, if we're being honest, Call of Duty just isn't very fun to watch right now, and it just doesn't seem the same. All of my favorite streamers, even, I used to watch all the time when I was eating or doing anything outside of content creation. And now watching them play Warzone 2 is just boring. And I think that's a big reason why this game will not do very well. Already we've seen numbers dip below 50,000 viewers for Warzone 2. And it just came out not even 2 weeks ago. Like, this game is on the verge of doing something that a lot of COD fans don't want to see. And honestly, that I'm nervous about. Call of Duty just isn't the same. Modern Warfare 2 is not interesting to watch. Multiplayer hasn't been interesting to watch unless you're a Call of Duty pro. Warzone 2 is slow-paced. It's boring. People camp in buildings 24/7. And DMZ is also slow-paced and is just full of people looting and killing NPCs, which no one wants to see. So viewership on Call of Duty is at an all-time low. And depending on how this Call of Duty League season is going to go, it could make or break Call of Duty completely. Because, again, this isn't just a COD where, oh, next year we get something different. And I think that's the big reason why all of these COD games that have come out that are bad didn't really matter, and it didn't really kill Call of Duty, because the next year you got another one. This one is completely different. It's not, oh, just wait a year, we'll have something different. It's, we don't get another COD for 2 years. It's not wait a year and we get something completely different. We literally have to play this entire year of the game that just came out and then another full cycle of that year. And if already viewership is dipping lower for big streamers and big content creators and all of these people, Rebirth Island isn't coming out until the second phase of this Warzone, whatever the resurgence mode will be called, and all of these things are happening, I really don't see this game's potential living that long. Like, this game could very well die quickly, especially with all the glitches that devs know about. The crashes, the bugs, every little thing that this game is doing could crash and burn completely, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. I'm not trying to destroy this game or hate on it. I actually kind of enjoy this game, but I'm being honest. As a viewer of people's content and as someone who watched content and makes content, it's just not that fun to watch. I could watch hours and hours and hours of Rebirth Island and all of these things because it was fast-paced. It was 20 bombs, 30 bombs, 40 bombs, 50 bombs, 60 bombs, 70 bombs. And now in Warzone, it's like you got guys who used to drop 40 bombs in Rebirth Island and regular Warzone, and now it's such a huge and open map that there's just not a lot of people. And since the TTK is so fast, the worst of the worst players can eliminate the very, very good side of players. And it's kind of just nerve-wracking right now as a content creator for Call of Duty. I've seen streamers I watched go from 1.6 thousand average viewers to 98 viewers. I've seen people I've never seen under 500 viewers, even when they're playing something completely different, dip below 90 viewers. I've seen streamers that are partnered drop below 20 viewers. Like, things with this COD are just different, and I just don't think it's interesting to watch, and that's a big issue. Because streaming, content creation, Call of Duty League, all of these things are the reason that Call of Duty stays alive and makes the most money. That's why Warzone 2 was such a big push for this company, because Warzone 1 and Rebirth Island was the big moneymaker for all of those things. Multiplayer didn't make anybody a lot of money in Modern Warfare 2019, Vanguard, any of those things. They were literally leveling up systems for Warzone. And that's why we haven't had a normal prestige system in all of these years, because it is literally a Warzone leveling simulator. That's it. Other than that, people don't like multiplayer anymore. Not a lot of people enjoy watching multiplayer. It's just not fun. That's all we had back in the day. And now we got a taste of what Warzone 1 was and how it was. And now people don't want to see something new. They want to see what Warzone 1 was into what this game should and could have been. And I'm a little disappointed in Warzone 2 just because it's just so different than what Warzone 1 was. And it's like they moved away from something that didn't really need to be moved away from. They had all of it down to a T for a perfect battle royale. And honestly, this map, the graphics, everything is perfect. It's just the way it plays. And I would say it's the player base that is playing a certain way. They're playing campy, whatever. But it's not at the same time. It is legitimately people just playing the game and not being able to play it a different way. Because if you don't, the way the movement mechanics are, the way the gun systems work, the TTK, you cannot play how you played Warzone 1 or even Rebirth Island in this game. You cannot play very fast-paced. It is a make-or-break situation if you get into a gunfight. There is, honestly, I used to say it would be a 50-50. Whoever's the better player would usually win that gunfight. And now it's more of a system of, all right, well, you know, if they get first shot on you, or if they have a gun that does a little bit more damage, or a pistol that does more damage than an AR, I guess you're on to the next game mode. Because that's just kind of how this Warzone works. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm just complaining about it, but it's just so different than what I wanted from this game. And I honestly don't enjoy what it's become.